Hello guys, so I have got this very nice question. Following our previous property that we learned, x minus y will always be a factor of x power raised to n minus y power raised to n for all n positive integers. Okay, we will try to use this property and try to solve this question. Try to attempt it, see if you can get to the solution. Okay, so it says prove that for any natural number n, e divides, so this is e is divisible by 1897. Okay, so it says we have to prove that 1897 would divide e, right, which is 2903 power raised to n minus 803 power raised to n minus 464 power raised to n plus 261 power raised to n. Okay, so there are two strategies. There are no more than like two strategies that you can try to solve this question with. The very first is the property that I told you, and you have to do some basic facts with the help of which you can solve the question. So x minus y would always be a factor of x power raised to n minus y power raised to n, right? So if I consider it x and I consider it y, I get something like 2903 minus 803. What it is? 2903 minus 803. It's 2100 divides 2903 power raised to n minus 803 n. But that's not what we want. We want 1897 to divide this sum, okay? And then we want something to divide this sum, but it's not 1897, it's 2100. So like we are not like seeing a clear indication that 1897 would divide this sum, and then if 1897 divides this, then we can say 1897 divides the whole, by using the property that if two pairs x plus, if a divides x plus y and a divides b plus c, then a would divide x plus y plus b plus c, right? So first, because it is a property of two terms, let's just look at two terms for now. Okay, so looking at these two terms, as I told you, if we try to do that, we get we only get 2100 divides 2903 power raised to n minus 803 power raised to n, right? So like what I can see here, before looking at this, I have told you that if you want to prove something like does 24 divide x square plus 4x plus 3, okay, let's just say this, does 24 divide this equation? If I am asking you, I taught you that you have to, the very first thing, that whenever you are told if some number divides some equation, you have to do its prime factorization. So if I do prime factorization, I get 2 power raised to 3 into 3, and if this 2 power raised to 3 divides this whole equation and then 3 divides this whole equation, then I can say 24 divides this whole equation. Like if 8 divides this whole equation and 3 divides this whole equation, then I can say that this whole equation is divisible by 24. Since 1897 didn't work out, so maybe let's try to do factorization, because that's the only thing we can do here. So if I try to factorize 1897, it is factorable by, let's see 1897, what it is divisible by. It is divisible by, oh my gosh, yeah, it doesn't, 2 doesn't divide it, 3 doesn't divide it, 5 doesn't. So let's check with 7. So 7 to the 14, and then you go 7 9s are 60, 7 7s are 49, and then you have got 7 1s are 7. Okay, so this is the prime factorization of 1897. So if we could somehow prove that 7 divides e, and we could prove that 271 divides E. Then we could say that its product 7 into 271, which is 1897, would divide E, right? So let's try to prove by using two cases. Case 1, we can make 7 divides E. Let's try to do this. Okay, so just look at the only two terms. Just look at only two terms, right? If I use the property that I taught you, x minus y divides x power raised to n minus y power raised to n. If I use here, I get 2100 divides 293, because 2903 minus 803 would give you 2100, right? So that's the property, that 2100 would always be a factor of this. But we know that 7 would divide 2100. Okay, therefore by using the property, transitive property, if A divides B and B divides C, we could say that 7 would divide 2903 power raised to n minus 803 power raised to n. Now looking at remaining terms, you get minus 464 plus 261. Let's say 261 minus 464, you are left with minus 203. And yes, 7 divides minus 203, therefore we can say 7 also divides minus 464 power raised to n plus 261 power raised to n. Since 7 divides this and 7 also divides this, as I told you that if A divides B plus C and A divides X plus Y, then you can say A divides A plus B plus X plus Y. Therefore I can say that 7 divides E. Therefore I can say that 7 divides E, right? Now looking at case 2, we would do the same thing here. We would try to find, so 271 divides E. Okay, so we have got these you have got these 4 terms. If you do 2903 minus 803, you get 2100, but 2100 okay, so let's just say 2100 divides 2903 power raised to n minus 803 power raised to n, but 271 does not divide 2100, therefore it is useless. So we got nothing. But so maybe let's just try with 2903 minus 464. What do we get then? 2903 minus 464, we get 2439. Does 271 divides that? Let's check out 271. Yes, 271 divides this. 271 divides it, therefore we can say that 271 divides 2903 power raised to n minus 464 power raised to n. Okay, we can say 2439, right? Okay, so very first thing proved. Now looking at the remaining last two terms, which are minus 803 power raised to n plus 261 power raised to n, then I guess you are left with minus 803 minus 261, you are left with 542. So 542 divides this, but we know that 542 is divisible by 271, therefore we can say 271 divides minus 803 power raised to n plus 261 power raised to n, therefore 271 divides therefore we proved that 271 divides minus 803 power raised to n. And I told you, if prime factorization divides, therefore we can say 271 power raised to 271 into 7 would divide A. So this was pretty easy question using the similar exact same thing. You have to do prime factorization and you would easily solve this question. So I am leaving homework. This is your homework. You have to